Whoa, welcome back. So we're just working on background painting today for the animation. So, yeah, that's it. It's gonna be a slower day, but I think it'll be fun. So let's just get started, friends. Let some people know and we'll jump right in. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining. How you doing, Annie? How you doing, Glitchart? It's always a pleasure having you guys here. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much. Thanks for the likes, guys. Wow. There we go. Yeah, okay, so let's start. I think a good one is where she's outside. So do some green. Or actually we'll do some blue. Something nice. There we go. A little bit of this. A little bit of that horizon. See, oh yeah, and some green. I'll be leaning more towards blue with that green. Smaller. This is like, the trees will be more out in the distance, right? Darker. Make them stand out a little bit more. There we go. That perspective right. How you doing, Wolf? Thanks for joining. You look like little poops. Let's see. Oh, stream. I'll join back later. All right. Final Fantasy in an hour and like a couple hours, bud. I'll be streaming for a bit, so. But I'm down after that. You can start without me, obviously, because I mostly just followed you around, anyways. I just came back from Virginia last night. Oh, nice. How'd you enjoy it? What'd you do? You like this color. Just watched Psyche on my cousin's TV and some Texas Roadhouse. Ooh, very nice, very nice. How'd you enjoy it? My aunt had to come home early, so we left around 12 a.m. Oh, I gotcha. But I was so inspired to redraw a couple of my Tiny Toons drawings. Oh, very nice, very nice. Also made a new self-portrait. Ooh, I love that. I'll have to check those out. I think self-portraits are like really good and super healthy to draw. It's kind of like appreciating yourself, right? I might change my profile picture. Ooh, to your self-portrait, I presume. I like this, like, aquatic color. So we're gonna use that more. This music is chill. Yeah, I love it. Oh, very nice. Let's check that out real quick, because I think that's a cool idea. I should make a channel just for self-portraits, honestly. There's 2 versions of it? Ooh, I like that. This is so cute. I love this. This is very pretty. Very nice. The red's really nice too. Very popping. Very like striking, right? There's a tractor in the background. Are you a farm girl? Is that why? I love the autumn colors. The autumn colors are so nice. I think the red really pops with this because all the colors kind of revolve around it. It's very nice. Very beautiful. Great job. Well, your thumbnail for this one is extremely silly. Yeah. I actually couldn't find, or I haven't drawn in like quite some time, so I didn't have like any thumbnail that I could think of to use. So I just used like an old piece of Lily Bee that I was goofing with. Awesome portrait. How are you? I'm doing all right. I realize I'm like still really burnt out from July. I think it's like I was researching like why burnout happens, right? And it's like the outcome of the work you put in don't align, right? And the degree by which they don't align is the amount of burnout you get afterwards, right? So my point is, yes, I'm happy with like July and like all the work that we did together. I thought it was like really special and like really fun. But I think there was something I wanted out of it more than what I got. And so I'm like still burnt out from that, but that's okay because it's letting me read more into myself, into like what I want out of all this work that I'm doing, right? Because I've been consistently like creating and drawing and all that for like years now on like a strict schedule. I don't really give myself like a lot of leeway, and even when I'm having fun, I don't know why I'm tangenting about this honestly, but whatever. Even when I'm like having fun, I'm like, oh, I should be working. So I never really get to enjoy my time away from drawing. Probably because I like to draw, right? And probably because this is like the thing that I'm supposed to be doing. What was I gonna say? Because of that, after July, I got like super burnt out. And it'll be, it'll take as long as it takes to recover, and that's okay. But I just think that's kind of interesting. I don't know why I brought it up. I think it's because every time I see Sticky in chat, I'm like, oh, I should be working harder like Sticky. Because Sticky is such a savage. You went wild, Pilfer, for Art Fight. Yeah, I love your work ethic, and like, whenever I see you in chat, I'm like, oh man, I feel like I should be working so much harder than I do, right? And that's not a bad thing. I'm trying to be like, I don't know, like open, I guess, about like how this is. I appreciate you. I want you to know that. But it's also like, dang, you work so hard and you push yourself so hard, right? And it's like, I wish I could do that. Or maybe I do. Maybe I do and I just don't realize it, which is probably another part of it. But, nothing wrong with that. I saw you streaming earlier and I'm like, ugh, how does he do it? I think everyone in their own pace, that's okay. Yeah, I haven't done anything since that last gift art I made for you. Oh, yeah, but art is also not your priority. It's to you, it is just a hobby. And that's not like a negative thing. It's just not something that you're like, oh, I need to do more because time's a wasting, right? Yeah, it's just interesting. I'm saying it out loud because it'll hopefully help me in the long run internalize what it is that I actually want and like what I actually need to move towards. That way I'm not getting burnt out by this stuff. Something more realistic, right? That's why I say like a lot of these like internal thought processes out loud. I'm already trying to do details on this thing that's like not even fully completed yet. me see. I think everyone is in their own pace. Yeah. Well, I have to keep at it to prevent myself from getting rusty at it. Yeah, definitely. And I think that's really good. Let's see. There's more blue going back, which means that there would be more yellow coming forward. So I'm gonna do something a little weird here. Let me see. Everyone can get burnt out. Even Rostraws just admitted he had to. Yeah, I saw that too, and that was kind of that was really uplifting to me because I was like, it's nice to know that I'm not like the only one, right? I feel like a lot of people have been pushing themselves harder because of like inflation and stuff, right? Everybody's trying to hustle more, which is like super unhealthy. Yeah. How have you been doing, by the way, Sticky? How's your stuff going? Oh, let me see. Also, there is a thing where you can do an activity for a really long time and build up the ability to do it for hours, day after day. But if you take a long break, it can be hard to get back to routine. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm trying to finish up some different projects, lol. Too many going at once. Yeah, see, you're always so productive. That's awesome, man. That is. No, I'm just kidding. Breaks down. Immediately, that was the last straw. Nah, that's awesome, though. Yeah, you were doing your like tomato garden. That was so sick. I thought that was really cool. And it's all enclosed, so do you not get bugs for it? Wouldn't you need like bees to like help with it, or no? Is that not something you need like inside it? I don't know. There I go, trying to add details again. Song so juxtaposing. It's too juxtaposing. I'm trying. Oh yeah. Well, the reason the reason I was asking about the bees is because I know it's like in an enclosed space, right? There's like a mesh over it, so if bugs can't get in, like bees to pollinate, that's what I was gonna say. Or is that not something that it needs? Am I just stupid? I need a haircut again. My hair is out of control. Hello, really like the background. It looks cool. Oh, thank you so much, Hannah Rose. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Okay. This is Deadlight's theme song. What are you guys working on today? More reference sheets as... Hold on. More reference sheets as if now I think I've done 25 so far. Oh, that's awesome, Hannah. That's really good. I posted the sketch I started before I saw your stream. Ooh, very nice, Anna. I'll definitely... Annie, I'll make sure to check that in a bit. I like this color here. No, it needs more yellow. What does that even mean? Take it to the fridge. I wonder if that's unbalanced. I guess it would have to have something like this. Some other colors in there to like weigh that out. So it's kind of going like this. I think it's a bridge, dude. Hold on, let me see. I wish they credited this dude on the Super Mario Bros. Movie. They played his song, but he wasn't credited. I think it's bridge, dude. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. When they're fighting on the thing. Definitely. No, it needs to feel more open. Okay. Hmm. I do like these, but I want them to be smaller. Because it's blocking my beautiful skyline that I love so much. Smaller. It's fridge because they're talking about food. Well, yeah, after, but they always say take it to the fridge. Like even in some other songs, they say that, and it's I never understood why. I never understood why. Not gonna lie, I kind of like this piece. Have you guys been doing anything fun lately that you enjoy? It's fridge because oh yeah. Going to the library, the park, or Dunkin' Donuts. Ooh, Dunkin' Donuts. What'd you get at Dunkin' Donuts? That's what I care about. The park, not so much. Library. Who needs books when you got donuts, fam? Also, what books did you get? Because I am actually kind of interested in that, honestly. I want to know about books and donuts. Went to my sister's house yesterday. It was fun watching people play spades. My family is way too competitive for my taste, but they had fun. Oh, that's fun. Hannah Rose, when you hang out with your family, are you more like involved in like what they're doing, or do you like sit back and watch? How do you feel when you're hanging out with your family? Do you enjoy it? Be a lot lower. Be like here. How you doing over there, Wolf at your door? How's your animation doing? Me animating Love in Paradise animatic is done finally. Is doing fine. Oh, that's what it's called. Okay, so it's not Wolf and Roses, and it's not like I know it's not, but I thought you were saying Werewolf versus Vampire 4 or Wolf and Roses. For some reason I just thought those two were the same thing. It didn't really like click that it like it's like Greek mythology, right? That's your idea? Okay, let me see. Blah, blah. Cold brew with vanilla. With a vanilla cream donut. Do you put cream in your cold brew? Do you put sugar in your cold brew? Do you get flavors in your cold brew, or do you just like it black? I got this book called We Are the Wildcats, and it's like a story that talks about all the girls that are part of a girl field hockey team and their different perspectives. Ooh, that sounds cool, honestly. That sounds like it could be a really good book, in my opinion. I haven't finished it, but it's interesting. Right. I may start liking coming of age books even though I'm over 20 years old. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I'm reading through Harry Potter, and I'm definitely not 20. I'm over 20. But it's like easily one of the best stories and writing I've ever had the pleasure of like reading through, right? I think J.K. Rowling is definitely a profound writer beyond like any shadow of a doubt. Everything she touches, at least during those 7 books, was like pure gold. Every thought she had was like perfectly created into this like incredible world down to like the finite details. I just think it's so good. I'm on the Half-Blood Prince, the second to last book. Dumbledore's gonna die at the end. Yeah, I know. Spoilers! But it's super good. I love it. I think it's like so phenomenal, honestly. Yeah, this could be over. The tree is really big for being over there. Depends on how involved I am, but I have fun. Sometimes I just in the mood to just hang around. That's how I am too, Hannah Rose, when I'm with my family. I usually like crack a joke or two, but for the most part, I just like enjoy the energy of being around other people. I was thinking about this the other day, how like most people, I think, let's say like a group of friends, you guys go to like you and your friends go to like an arcade, right? Ideally, I think people will just spread out. They'll be like, oh, I want to go play that. Okay, bye. You know, I'll play that. Okay, bye. And it's like, to me, I don't know if you guys feel this way too. Probably not. You probably like to play, like, if you're going to go there, you're going to play what you want to play. To me, it would be more fun if everybody hung out and just like, oh, I want to play that. All right, let's go over there and like watch this guy play. And it's like, all right, cool. Oh, I want to play that. Okay, let's go over there and watch that person play. I think that would be like a really fun idea compared to like, all right, see you guys later, you know, and then like everybody's just doing their own thing, which you could do on your own. I don't know. I was just thinking about that the other day, and like how I think when going out and doing stuff, people tend to spread out instead of like enjoying each other's company during the thing. I guess it really depends on like the activity too, because if you go to the beach, like I used to do in California, you would obviously like stick together. And like one person would go out surfing or like boogie boarding, whatever. Which is what I enjoy. I like the tight-knit group where it's just like hanging out. But I was tying that to the idea of you being around your family, where you're just like enjoying their company while they're playing games, and you're just like, yeah, I just want to chat and appreciate the time. It got a little at the end, but it's okay. Wait, you got what got a little at the end? What are we talking about? Oh, Harry Potter. And that all separate from her personal views, of course. Yeah, I mean, she could think whatever she wants. Yeah. I read through the first 4 books over and over, waiting on the 5th, and it ended up being a bit underwhelming. I would presume... I would presume that has to do with the fact that, like, you probably hyped it up so much because those first 4 books slapped so hard, and 5 got really dark really quick, and also Harry was like super angsty, right? He's like mad all the time, because I think it's 15. Yeah, it's 15 in that book, so he's mad all the time. After being like super excited and like, oh, these books are so fun and happy and Hogwarts is so special and cool, and it's like murder, death, you know, kill. And then he's in book 5 and it's like constantly everybody's trying to take him out, and then by book 6 everybody has tried to take him out, and so it's just like on constantly high alert. Everything's wrong, everything's bad, everything's like super depressing, but that's what it feels like to be a 15-year-old too, I think. So I think she did a great job with that in 5 through 7. Well, it's a cliche because it's true. That's like how it is to be a teenager. It's like super dramatic and like, woe is me, you know. I just watched a movie called You Are So Not Invited to My Bar Mitzvah on Netflix and saw a girl who was growing up, but she broke up with her best friend because her crush kissed her best friend. And the whole thing is about her growing up. It's produced by Adam Sandler, so you know it's funny. Oh, nice, nice. I might have to check that out. What the Sigma? Oh my gosh, Sierra got me. Sierra took me out with their Sigma grind set. I'm checking my values now. See, one of the big issues here is that the piece is kind of flat in terms of values. I need this to be maybe darker over here. So it should be like almost like this, right? See, that looks better, more organized than before. Obviously, I can't do that, but maybe I could do like a... Ooh, wow, that looks really good, honestly. And I'll just turn it down a little bit. Compared to that. So I'm gonna erase some of this over in the back. Yeah, you could tell that that like needs some work over here. That looks better. And then same thing again. This needs more yellow, but it needs to maintain that. So I'm gonna give it more saturation and maybe, ugh, that's too much. Organizing my values a bit more. Unbab, how you doing, bud? Thanks for joining, I appreciate it. It's Unbab. Unbab, did you ever read Harry Potter? Annie, did you ever read Harry Potter? Hannah Rose, did you ever read Twilight? Thought I was gonna say the other one. How you doing, buddy? Oh, Annie's so sweet. Oh my gosh, Annie. That piece is so spicy. Look at that pose. Ooh la la. So nice. Now she needs to be darker, I feel like. Yeah, maybe this is too dark now. It lost some of its life from me doing that. I mean, I could just go back, right? Or I could just make her darker, honestly. Because this does look good. I think the values are correct, which is nice. But I need her to be darker. And maybe have more of that green. compared to that. And she does look closer, but I think it's like, doesn't make sense that it's that close. Maybe something like that. Yeah, that looks better, so we'll do that. I hated reading Harry Potter. What? Are you serious? It's so good. My dad was against me reading Harry Potter because he was a hardcore Christian. My parents were too, which is funny because when those books came out, the first one, my mom was like doing homeschool teaching for like other parents. She had like a class and all this stuff. And also like hardcore Christian, conservative, etc. And when those books came out, because she's a teacher and all these kids are reading these books, right? Like, she's like, wow, I've never heard of kids like excited to read before, other than like back when like Narnia came out or Lord of the Rings. Literally, I think those two are the only other like prolific writing that like kids were going out of their way to like read on their own, like excited about in a large number. Like, obviously there's offsets, right? But Harry Potter was the first time since those, which is like generations, right? Or at least like 2 generations, 1 or 2 generations prior. But all these kids were going out to read it, so she's like, oh, that's like awesome. So she took us to see like the movie when it came out, and she liked it, even though it's like witchcraft and wizardry and, you know, like wizard's brews and stuff, right? She loved it. She thought it was great. I want to watch through the movies again with her, because I think she'd like it. And the story's like obviously really good, and it's like very it's got the same like Christian undertones as Narnia and Lord of the Rings, where it's like the white and black of good versus evil, you know, like good triumphs but evil has to like reign for a while, all that good stuff. The hero dies but comes back, all that, the resurrection. Yeah, it's really good. But it was funny to see like how there was like a flip in like, oh, magic isn't like so bad after all, I guess. It's like, wow. I read the first Dune book, but it took me forever to finish it. Dune was alright. I think the movies did a good job in like a 1-to-1. They don't go into his sister as much, because his sister was like a really big deal in the book, where she's like this little demon child because she could read minds, I think. Or she just knew what everybody was thinking, and she was, by the age of like 2 months, I think she could talk, and then by the age of 2, she had the same brain as like an adult. She was like super intelligent, and so everybody was like, oh, it's a little demon child, but they don't do that in the movie. But the movies are great. Dune book is pretty good. I think it was more like a product of its time. I'm not like blown away by it like most people are. I did like H.P. Lovecraft going up, but now I definitely would make changes if Harry Potter. Changes if I ever got the chance now. I'm not perfect writer or anything, but I just wish maybe we got more certain things and less of others. Well, it's focusing on him and his story. I wouldn't change anything about it because I think she did everything like correct, but I understand that there's like things that people would like more of, particular to like their reading and like their interests. Let me see. However, I read Twilight because he never checked my books. That was my cousin. She also, my aunt, was like really like a helicopter parent, and she was always like, oh, you know, what are you reading? It better be appropriate. It better be like age appropriate. It better not have like these things in it. So she would hide them, and then she would read them in secret at night. You know, she was like, she had like so many books. She loves reading. Goosebumps, Wolf at Your Door. I know you like Goosebumps. Goosebumps was pretty good though. The Beast from the East. Nah, my dad was against me even going out for Halloween. What? Okay, my parents didn't mind about that. You had that extra layer of like Christian parenting where it's like, no do these things, no secular things. That's funny. How you doing, Deadlight? We already played your song earlier, bud. You missed it. Your DK. Your monkey song. I read a lot of Goosebumps for the cover art. Well, yeah, same. Okay, I wouldn't say read. I skimmed through Goosebumps. I was never good at reading when I was younger because my attention span would like not let me sit down. But I did peruse Goosebumps because I liked the art on the cover. I thought it was like really good. I missed Monkey Rap. Everybody dab on Deadlight for missing Monkey Rap. I sped read them? Oh my gosh. Sticky's always been so productive. Such a productive man. Go into my music. This song. Add another character to the mix. Nice! That's awesome. You guys aren't doing anything for Labor Day? You guys aren't in labor today, on Labor Day? Alfred, you can't say that. When I was in 3rd grade, I went to and after school extra class that taught speed reading. What? That's crazy. I could legit speed read a Goosebumps cover to cover in about 30 to 45 minutes. What the heck? That's actually crazy. Could you retain the information from it? Like, do you feel like if you were to do that today, like speed read something, do you feel like you'd retain the information pretty well, or would you have to go back through it? Because normally I'm like, if I do it in small chunks, like we'll say like an hour, I could retain the majority, like I'll say 85% of the information. If I go past that, I'll retain a little bit more and then it'll dwindle, right? But yeah, it depends. And I don't read that fast. I think usually I'll have to like, if I really want to in-depth understand anything, I have to like go back through it. But that's part of like the ENFP personality type, is you have to like, your brain is connecting so many things, so many spaghetti strands, that you have to like go through it multiple times to like get it all. No pill if I'm not in labor. John Unbab's in labor today. Today's the day, like everybody that gets pregnant has to go into labor today. That's why it's called Labor Day. I should make a Lily be short about that. Nope. I could legit speed read a Goosebumps cover. Yeah, right. Relax and reference sheets. That's awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to see those reference sheets, Hannah Rose. That's gonna be really cool. Yeah, for simple storyline, it's super easy. Super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oops. Can I make these smaller? Do you want them like going off screen maybe? Let me see. Yeah, for simple storyline, it's super easy. Speed read teaches how to find the action and important words to understand context without reading 80% of the necessary words. Trying to speed read Shakespeare, though, way different story. Okay, so it's basically you're looking for context. I guess like the purpose of like the paragraph, like the connecting points and like characters that are involved, and then to like essentially ignore the rest. Like, okay, I see. That makes sense. And that's something that I was looking at while reading, while doing my Bible studies. Like, is the first sentence literally just the extent of the what the paragraph's gonna say? Like in all writing, in all like, you know, we'll say like educated writing. I'm sure that's what it is, right? It's like, I'm sure it's obvious. But I feel like it's like, can you just skip the paragraph and just read the first sentence if that's the case? No, because then there's like more information, right? And it's like expanding an idea, etc., the in-depth of it. Sticky so big brain. How you doing, Helen? Thanks for joining, bud. I really appreciate it. How are you today? I usually breeze through... Hold on. It's more training your brain. You still go line by line, but skim the line rather than reading it. I see. You're just picking up specific information. I usually breeze through and stop at important bits to think about them. Yeah. Right. Lean more on this side. This is Unbab's song. Where's that Fortnite dance? Here we go. Hold on. This is Unbab right here. This is how Unbab walks while the song's playing. Every time he enters the room, he's like, "Mom, I'm home." The song's playing on his little speaker. I always got a meme on Unbab. Deb. He's like, "Wow, Bill, that's really dumb." It's hard to explain, but there are a handful of rules and methods they taught that all work together to make it all work. Right. That makes sense. We always gotta roast me, man. I have been mischaracterized yet again. It's fun. Writing down something helps the brain retrain a lot. Oh, retain a lot. Yeah, that's what I heard. That writing information by hand is the best way to like permeate information, which is why like obviously like taking notes and whatnot, right? Mischaracterized yet again. Thanks, Pill. I want to go back to my playlist that you guys are so tired of hearing. Cobalt Core has a S tier soundtrack, honestly. This is looking pretty good. I like it. Pretty happy with this so far, not gonna lie. I was not expecting to draw something that I would be happy with today, but it looks like. Oh, how the turntables. Even though literally every stream I'm like surprised. I'm like, oh wow, I can't believe I drew something I enjoyed today. What a dingus. You make good stuff, pup. Hey, I appreciate that, Helny. I try. I'm drawing Lily B. Let's go! I can't wait to see it, Deadlight. Your art's improved so much. It'll be so cool to see, like, what the version is that you have now. Is it Chunky Bee? Is it Muscle Bee? Is it Booty Bee? There's so many versions that you've made. You'll see B. Oh, that's a new one. Facepalm. Pilfer, please. Nya, 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 nya. B. Using that on the trees. Maybe some like purpley boo. Oops. How you guys doing? How you guys feeling? Hope you're enjoying watching me paint. You're getting something out of this. I don't know. It's looking good. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you. Hello. Hello. How you doing, KK? How you doing, user? Thanks for joining. Dude, I accidentally deleted all my pictures on my sketchbook app. Oh my gosh. I really hope not. I hope there's a way to get that back. But can you reset to like a previous date maybe? Because that would be super sad if that's the case, bud. Let me see. Oh no, Annie. Oh, mochi. I love mochi. What flavor mochi are you eating? What? Yo, how's stream, guys? Oh, it's going well, Doris. Here. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. I'm good. How about you? I'm eating mochi. Ooh, very nice, KK. Coffee. Oh, coffee flavor? That sounds really good. Do you have a backup set? I hope so. Oh no, yeah. I hope you can recover that. Yeah. Nice. Coffee is nice. Coffee is nice. Best mochi? Mango. Hands down. Not even a question. Strawberry, pretty close second. Matcha, probably third. Coffee or chocolate? Let me think. I think for mochi, coffee is like a tamer flavor because chocolate is so rich and like specific. So I would say coffee before chocolate for mochi. I don't know what other flavors there are beyond that. Those are the only ones I've seen, but I think easily mango, strawberry, then matcha. It's all gone. Oh my gosh, Annie. I'm so sorry. That's a lot of work. Don't get disheartened. I think the best thing you could do is draw something right now and stay strong in that, because that's happened to me before, right? Excuse me. And it just feels so bad. I always tell people when it seems like things are bad, you gotta push harder. So I'm saying that for losing your stuff as well. All gone. Ugh, that's painful. Is there a what program are you using, and what all of your art? Is it all your art, or is it just like sketches? What program and what are you using to draw on? I presume like a tablet, right? I couldn't draw a line, so I reinstalled it all, and it deleted everything. Sketchbook Pro on iPhone. Let me see. It might be on your iCloud. Bleh, it might be on your iCloud files. I would Google it honestly and see if there's a way to like revert back to what it has, because it's weird if you reinstalled it that it might have just gotten rid of like the front end, right? Because it's like if the program connects to the folder that has the files. Because it's not... Oh, wow. Maybe you could try like searching for the file itself and then see if there's a folder with them. Yeah, that's rough. I'm sorry. Page 3 and 4 of my comic are gone, so I have to redraw it. Ugh. That's really difficult. I'm sorry, bud. The only thing I can think of is like... I don't know, honestly. It's just tough. Oof. Oof, that's a lot of work lost. Do you have like a oh yeah, get planned or didn't do it once. That's a major setback. That's why artists in the industry do multiple saves even in flash drives in case of corruption or device error. Yeah. It's not much you could do past just like, here we go again, right? I'm looking through these pictures of backgrounds trying to see how they would draw groups of flowers. There's not really any good examples. This is really pretty. Maybe, ew! That looks horrible. That's really nice. They're all like flat. Hey, just got here. How's the animation? It's good, thank you. I'm just working on the background for it still. I have to get back into like my painting style, right? I have to do something like this maybe, and then from there. Make it something like this maybe. Darker or lighter. Yeah, and then on top of that. Hey, yo, it's been a bit since I caught a stream. Hey, how you doing, Ava? Thanks for joining. I really appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. Because it's all a friendly channel. Here we go again. Yeah. Hey, Cheese, welcome to the stream. How have you been, Ava? What have you been up to? Aw, shoot. Here we go again. Ryzen, I don't know how to background it. I don't have time, patience to learn yet. Oh, that's alright, bud. I feel that, not gonna lie. Okay, I'm learning too, alright? This is Photoshop. I don't recommend Photoshop. I recommend Clip Studio Paint for anyone who wants to learn any program for art. Clip Studio Paint's the way to go. But I'm so used to Photoshop that I just stick with Photoshop, honestly. Problem is these flowers pull all the attention. So I gotta figure out a way to reduce the coloring of them, maybe? Or I would have to heighten the color of everything else. Let's see. RIP subscription Clip Studio Paint based service now. Yeah, it's super disappointing. Only for newer stuff. You don't need that anyway. Oh, I see. Unless you're on mobile, that's always been subscription. Right, right. Yeah, for choosing forcing not updating. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I gotta use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. Do a nice close up on this. The problem is all the yellow on the sides is too much attention. And you still use a clip to animate. Oh, that's really cool. Let's see this. Yeah, these will have to get lit up more. We'll check the values. Yeah, see, it pulls all the attention over here, and I don't want that. I think the yellow's a good choice. I think this color right here is really good. Which means the colors below it will have to be darker. This color here will have to be darker. And the color below that will have to be even darker. That's better. Maybe a little bit less. There you go. Still pulls a lot of attention, but less so now. Yeah, because it's about the same value as this over here. For real though, it's smooth, especially for frame by frame. Wait, what are we talking about? I gotta go by. Okay, see you later, Chase Cheese. Yo, I have a question. How do you keep your animation so consistent? Because it's insane. My animation? Which animation? Are you talking about like Little Pup popping up or Lily B? I could do a thing on it. You want to know what's insane? Drawing the same line over and over, hoping that you would get the animation drawing. That is insanity. Oh, that's funny. Here, I could do. I could show you some of that. Where's mine? There it is. So, oops. Let's see if I could do this cotton pond one. Is it this one? Yeah, it's that one. And I'll add it over here. Actually, I could probably just... Oh no, I need that. Oh, is this... Oh, okay, that's a bunch of jargon. Okay, she's still there. So... For something like this, to get it to look smooth, is you end up wanting to track obviously like the shapes, right? It's locked. Cotton pond. Arm's gonna go this way. She's swinging back and forth. It's gonna go like this. And a big part of it is tracking the joints. So I know her shoulders are here, right? And her wrists and her arms and her hands, like this. Let's say her shoulders are like this. And this is like a very rough version. But I'm mainly tracking these joints. So if the next pose, well, let's finish this one. This is gonna look super messy because I haven't animated in quite some time, so I apologize. I don't even know what I'm drawing here. Let me see. I need to look up like a reference for something. Six. There's a little dance that this character does at the beginning. Oh, it's right here. This one. That one. That's what I'm looking for. Is this little dance right here. The hands. So I think I'll do hers instead of the other one. Turns and the hand goes out like this. Body. But again, you're tracking these joints. And so anytime something moves, it has like a curve to it, like a swing. Actually, I have to get her like to draw her well before I could even like explain this, right? Need to look at the reference. Oh, this hand needs to swing out more. Well, Pilfer, we literally can't even see what you're drawing. Oh yeah, her thighs are like shorter and then her feet are longer. Have this hand go out more. This is higher. It's like up here. Ugh. Have the ears swing over a bit. Oh yeah, her head's tilted this way. I knew that. Hold on, what are we talking about here? Hold on. Blah, blah, blah. Gotta go by. Question, blah, blah. You want to know what it's saying? On the iOS system, it deletes everything. On Android, it doesn't. Oh, wow. I animate on 3s now? I used to animate on 2s, and I probably still will animate on 2s in the future. But for now, 3s, I feel like I understand the timing of better. So I do it on 3s, which I guess in the East, they animate on 3s, and in the West, we animate on 2s. Because in anime, you're trying to like save as much cost as possible, I guess. That's what I was told. I don't know to what degree that's entirely true. I feel like there's like some in between there of information. But for your answer, I animate on 3s. This actually is wrong. I need to go this way. This hip goes up and the other hip goes down. Then this shoulder goes up. Shoulder goes down. Then her head is tilted this way, this way, this way. Okay, cool. Transform, drawing, transform, horizontal. Oops. Then I want to do the same thing on this side. I think the hip is supposed to be down if this shoulder's up. Her face goes this way. This comes down then, and then this goes. It's going up, and this needs to go down like that. Okay, so this goes down. You guys are making me refresh my animation, my animation skills, which is a good thing. This would go higher, and then this leg would come down more. Wait, no, this one would go higher because it's lower on the hip. So, yeah, this one would come up, and then this would go lower. Yeah. Okay. And then the other side. So in between these two, you need that to be the high point. So you need something lower for this middle section, right? And we'll lean to one side so it moves faster. So if it was these 3 frames, right? 1, 2, 3. I'd want 2 to be like right here. You never want it directly in the middle, because that's like moving at the same speed you want to go, or like that, right? So we'll have it smooth out. That'll be the other side. She'll also keep the same. I could literally just copy this right here, because I'm going to keep the same pose until it changes to the next pose, for the most part. You're just going to show it like starting to move, and then it becomes the other pose. But Doris, here to your point, so like you want every single line to reference the previous line while making an arc, right? So let me see if I can find the little pup one that I did. What the heck is that? Toon Boom Advanced. Oh, that's what I need. Just click this. That was weird. He like opened a different program. Where would I have had it at? Just practice fun. Actually, I'm not sure where I had it. I could probably find it. Animation practice, maybe. No nose looks odd. Oh, on Cotton Pond, you want her little rabbit nose like that. There we go. And her little cheeks. this ear will go up more to have like a drag. Here we'll go this way more. So even though she's starting to move this way, anything that's lighter than like the major shapes, right, will still be moving the previous direction. Yo, Unbab, when did you get here? Welcome to the stream. Long time no see. Unbab's been chilling in the background, bro. Unbab's always hanging out. He's always in the shadows. That's why they call him. Maybe. Hi. Yo. He's like, okay. I've been here. Even this hand will go that way, and this hand too. Is all like so rough. So I'll just go over a little bit. Even though oh, this is Unbab's theme song! I forgot! Animate him walking in with a Fortnite dance. In the shadows. Like, Pilfer, leave me alone! How do you do, fellow lurker? I feel called out. Ooh, also Pilfer, if I may, every time I draw like a person, I sometimes draw a leg or arm smaller. When I do this on digital, it's easy to fix because I can change, but traditionally it's a pain. Yeah, to that, Doris here, I think the main thing is like consistency of drawing characters, right? It's like you have to draw characters so many times that like you see the proportions in relevance to each other. Like I usually get her arms right. Yeah, you could say that this is like this arm's this short and this arm's this long, but it's also at an angle, and then this one is also going backwards, right? So it's like if this is a cylinder, the cylinder is going this way, whereas this cylinder is going this way. Or more like this, right? And so of course it's going to look longer on this side. But that's important because obviously you want to show foreshortening and whatnot. But the main thing is like the hands will always rest like right at the base of like the hips, right? So that. Go. So yeah, but also it is just getting used to like slowing down if you need to and seeing like, okay, how do the feet look? Do they look the same? Like these look pretty close. They don't have to be perfect, but they should be close to the same width and whatnot, and the same height. In terms, especially like the joints, and that's kind of what I was saying before. Is like more than anything, I'm tracking these joints right here, right? The hips, the shoulders, where the rib cage is right here, right? Because that's like the pelvis shape is right here. The rib cage is this right here. And so it's like it's tracking all those things and where they're moving at. The elbows, the wrists right here, the ears, even have it as well, so that I could track the curvature of everything to making sure it's all moving correctly. The base of the tail is like right there. And that's all relevant because when you're moving the object, what you're really doing is moving these like parts right here. And then the rest kind of like comes together. Yes, it opens. And the swing of the hands from here to here. I know that the other one needs to be like right about here. The wrist part right here also needs to come down. Oops. This also needs to come down the ear. This is going to be higher than the other head because it's the extreme of the other side. I'll move over more like this. And then she does need to come over more so that this can go over like that. Yeah, this here can come over like this. Has that drag to it. And then we'll test it. Then we'll need one more like this one over here. I got you. Pinpoints of measurement and time practicing. That's a really things. Well, it's really like you want those pinpoints. Really, is what it is. I think. Because like that once you understand. I mean, like I'm not a professional animator, nor am I an expert, but I've put in. I don't know. I'd say like at this point I'll say like maybe 700 hours animating. That's like not terrible, right? And then I've drawn characters for like thousands of hours. So I think there's like some middle ground of like understanding what I'm looking for as far as animation goes. But once you understand like the pinpoints, like you were saying, you'll start looking for on things like, let's say this part right here, right? You'll look for this, the pinpoints on these like parts, right? And you'll want to track those as well. And that's what makes it look smooth, is because even those like smaller objects on the character, they don't jitter. They're consistent with the animation. So yeah, I would presume at this point like 700, because I did 200 hours of animation just in July. And then I've taken like a couple animation classes to get me into it at like a community college, to like help me get a baseline of animation, which is just like rudimentary stuff like the ball bounce, the head turn, etc. And that was really hard to start with as well for me specifically. But what's it called? So all of it combined is probably like somewhere around 700 hours, including like the Kanpon dance that I did like over last year. But my point is like the more you understand like those little pinpoints, you'll start tracking them in like the smaller objects too, like the ear as well. Like there could be a corner here, etc., etc. The curvature of this part of the ear, like that could go like this, right? Like that, and then you're tracking this part, but you're also tracking this curve. Like obviously this is closer to a straight line for these because it's transferring to the other side, whereas these are more like bowed right here on the extremes. They're more like exaggerated, and that's something to think about too. Where the ends are right here should probably be longer for these, and then that'll kind of help with like the like curve, the arc of like animating something, right? You want everything to always arc. There'll never be a straight line. It won't be like this, right? That the ends won't be like here for specifically like this part of the ear. I don't know if that helps. I hope it does. It's like it just takes time to like keep practicing and like looking at those things and like understanding them. I would like to like kind of finish this dance though. Not today, but yeah, you can see it like kind of has a little bounce at the end, because when she gets to the right when the energy finishes swinging, before it reaches like the top of like the arc, I want it to have an extreme past it that's like a little like bounce, like it's an extreme, so that way it kind of like all the energy shifts to the other side, for right here, and then she settles, right? And that difference kind of helps things like flip over. But this is like again like a really shoddy version of like what it should be, but I still think it looks kind of cute, just because I love Cotton Pond anyway, so I think she always looks good. Alright, that's enough of that. I'll do some like critiques, and then I think that'll be it for the stream. Actually, I'm pretty happy with this one so far. I wish I understood what to do with these flowers, because I feel like they're pulling too much attention away from the main character, which is in the middle. I could wash everything out maybe, but it's not too important. This was just like a really good practice. You could even see it in like this one, right? I love this intro. Do you see how it like jumps when it gets to the side? Like especially on her, she like the energy like jumps. I think it's something like it's punchier and it's like a contrast between, it's such a short clip, but this is literally like one of the main things that made me want to start animating like way back when, just because I think this is like, for one thing, it looks like my characters, but also it's like super cute. The rest of Bleach is like, yeah, it's fine. But there's like a bounce or like a jump, and I think it's because instead of just having things be a metronome, right? I was thinking about this too. The best Bleach character, Kon. Yeah, he's cute. I like all the little dolls. They're like really cool. And I like that they use like a Pez to do it. Bounce make it so, yeah. Well, I don't think people move like that though. So it's actually less lifelike, but it's more animation. And nothing's done on accident in animation. Like, if you look at extremes, if I can find like maybe a good one in here, I doubt it. It probably all looks like pretty tame in terms of like the extremes. Look at how his mouth goes from like here to there. There's like a huge difference, and it's because that pop, right? That extreme difference is like, it's punchier and it's more eye-catching, and it's since he is the focal point, everything else is to assist in his movement, right? Assist in whatever he's doing. All the other animating has to help the focal animation like be more prominent. So whereas his are like a lot more extreme in like the movements, I think this is a good example. Look at that. She looks like kind of goofy here because it's so like extreme. Even him right here, it's because the arcs, the bow, like if you were to pull on a bow, it's so curved because of all that energy you're prepping for it to like pop. It's probably gonna pop like right now, right? See, right before that pop, it bows the most. And same with like, this is the lowest that he gets. It's like right here. And then he jumps up. His mouth pops open too. It's little things like that. But my point is, I know I jumped all over the place. It's less lifelike because like stuff moves more consistently in motion in life, right? Like I can't just, like if I stop my hand, that's like I would have to be hitting something. So the reason it happens is because those exaggerated motions are more interesting. And if you just had something moving like a metronome, like that's really boring. It's just the same momentum over and over again, never changing. That's really boring. So you want those like exaggerations, and like, you know, in writing it would be like these interesting moments or like these key points in a story that like make things change. You know, something new is happening, so you're like, oh, okay, what's next? You know, in animation, it's like these exaggerations in movement because it goes from like the same momentum to exaggeration, momentum, exaggeration, and it's like really, it like keeps like snapping you back into looking, which is probably why you get caught staring at animation or like TV shows, right? Little things like that. I know I went on like a couple tangents there. My apologies. They say like the best way to learn something is to teach it, so that's why I'm like more than happy to go out of my way and be like, well, these are my thoughts on this. Maybe you'll eat some of this information up, maybe you won't. What were we? Oh yeah, we're gonna do critique stuff. Annie, how you doing, bud? How you feeling? Oh, Deadlight. Emo B, I love this. I love this one too, what the heck? Okay, we'll do this. This is super cute. This is by Deadlight. This is not Lily B. This one's Lily B. BB. I love this. This is so good. Bald B. I like your eyes, and your expressions are really good in your clothes too, Deadlight. It's so interesting seeing how your art has evolved over time. You've taken this like expression of ideas that you had before, and you've like refined them more and more. Now you have like a more tight knit like a style where everything kind of like works together in tandem now, and I think you're doing such a good job. I love BB. That's so funny. Emo B is great. Ugh, whatever, mom. What does it say? Oh, My Chemical Romance. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I was like, this is Chem, and I was like, there's only one other thing it could be, My Chemical Romance. Also, that's an emo band. I like the fishnets. I think the fishnets look so good. It's like a point of interest in between all these like flat colors, which looks kind of like the zippers, like a dark or a bright purple. The ripped pants because her feet are white, and then her knees are like that purple color, so that makes sense. That's fun. Her shoes look really good too. They're like clearly Converse, black Converse. Big B, that'll always crack me up. Bald B, these are so fun. I love that. Every time you draw my character's deadlight, it cracks me up. Thank you so much. It's great. BB, her face. Ooh, is that a flower? Ooh. That's what I imagine she sounds like. This is cute. I like this. Is that your best friend crying? I think your expressions are really good, and the tears. That's so fun. Oh, papel, draw this. Paper's Pepsi or Pepe, whatever they go by now, has always been like really good at drawing, and they've been around with us for like years now. It's really cool to see how far they've come. The only thing I would have changed in this, for one, they need this eyebrow probably has to be like a bit bigger, and then this needs to come down to like here. Yeah, that's the only thing I would have changed, is just made the nose a little bit lower. And then made the mouth maybe a little bit higher. A little bit more room for the head. There you go. That's all I would change, is a little bit more in terms of like proportions, because it is, I say this all the time, it's like half of this, right? This to this top is 1/2, so it's 1/2. One half of that. So it's just knowing where like everything is. It helps a lot. Send this to paper. Actually, that wasn't in the critique fridge, so I won't send that, because I think they were just trying to show it off. Annie did this. This is really cool. Oops, this is the wrong one. Oh, poor Annie. Annie, I really hope you can. I'm still sad, but I'm better. I'm glad. That's really rough, but the only thing I could think of for you that's like kind of a saving grace is you draw so much, so often, that all the stuff that you were working on, you're gonna move past. You're already like, your art skill, because you're drawing so consistently, has improved so much since that, because you already improved so quickly from drawing so often that it almost doesn't matter, because you're like leaving the old stuff, your old stuff in the past, and you're like just using your new skill to like draw moving forward. So that's good, but you know, I am sorry, because that does always feel bad. I know some of like the stuff that I'm most excited to work on, like 2 pieces, I lost, and I was like, I couldn't do anything about it. And I'm just like, geez Louise, that sucks. It feels really bad, or even more than that. But at least I still have like the majority of my stuff because I have a backup hard drive too, which I need to update my like stuff in it. But anyways, yeah, this looks really nice. I think for like the faces, maybe I'll do a black. Yeah, maybe the cheeks could be a bit softer. And then the nose is, so if this is moving like this, then the nose would probably be like right about, no, I think the nose is just about fine right here. And then the mouth would be like that. You'd see more of the top lip than the bottom because of the angle. Same with this. That's a really hard pose because you need room for the obviously like for the face to show through. But that's where cubes come in, which is really nice. That's what I always do with like Lily B's head, is I just turn it into a cube so that way I can know like where everything lines up at. Those here, right? And then the hair could be like half or like the majority of it. I would say the hair, if it's from the side, you'd probably want like 1/3 and then 2/3 of the cube, right? So it'd be like, if you were to break it up, this, yeah, it's same with like right here. It would be like this information here. And then the face would be in this little section. Something like that. Which is pretty close to what you have here. So I think the only thing is maybe like this. This could be right here. Which is difficult because it doesn't leave a lot of room for the face from that angle, but I think proportionately that's probably like really aesthetically pleasing. I also have some old art redrawn. Right. But yeah, this looks good. I like the poses and stuff. Really nice. Oh yeah, and you did. Oh yeah, we looked at your self-portrait earlier. Look at it again. Look at it again. So many cats! This is by Crumb. Crumb, this is awesome. I do love seeing how much Crumb has improved. It's always cool to see their art. Every time they draw. I like this one on top. The black cat's really cute. This one's actually smiling. This one's just biting him. Nom! The leg. 4 cats. 4 entire cats. That's a lot of cats. Let's see. Mikey's working on this. That's really cool, Mikey. I like this. It is like a very much a body in motion, and I do like that you're practicing. Look at how few lines they use. Actually, I think that's like a pretty big deal, especially because they're understanding like anatomy a little bit more by just drawing like so minimalistically. I mean, maybe there was like an underlayer that I don't see that he didn't post or they didn't post, but yeah, this is cool. That's cool. Very nice. I don't see. I think I saw this. Oh my gosh, so spicy. Oh, this is your redraw? Annie's always got like the spiciest art. Looney Tunes, Tiny Toon Adventure. This is cute. Very nice. Almost reminds me of like Cats Don't Dance. Very cool. Very cool, Annie. I think that's really nice. This is Fox. Redesign an old OC. Very cool. This is really nice. I like all the design and everything. I think the only thing that I would change is it's clearly like mirrored, which is fine because it's like there's something aesthetically pleasing about like a clean cut mirror. But I would have redrawn after mirroring the other side. I would have drawn over it to like so it's not identical, right? There should be some stuff that's offset. But this is really cool. Very nice. Ooh, here's some by Deadlight. Oh yeah, let's go. This is like back when I first met Deadlight. Oops, oh. See, this is where they started at. And this is where, oops, this is where they're at now. So it's really cool to see the contrast in like, in their style, the difference in like their design and stuff. It is interesting how much more you added back then, because you really liked these stars, so you like made sure to add the stars. And you like these cutesy poses, so you would add those too. And you weren't really thinking about like proportions or design or like anatomy too much. You were just thinking about like the things you like in a character and the piece. And I think that's really important to remember, like where your art started at, right? Because it's like, these are things you cared about. Try adding them again. Try finding a middle ground between where you started, what you liked when you started, and then where you are now. There we go. My light turned off, sorry. Turning it back on. I don't want to go blind. Yeah, I'm still sad, but I'm better. I also have some old art read on right. Are we doing critiques now? Yeah, we are, user. Yep, user. That's from 2014, and the cheerleading one from 2018. Oh, okay. Thought I redrew them. Right. But my point is, this is Deadlights, and I think adding those stars, because you know you like that stuff, so why not like add it again? Oops, I don't know why I didn't. And see how you like it, right? I think that looks cool with the stars. It's like connecting with the older part of the younger part of yourself. Older as in like from longer ago. You know, stuff like that. That's really cool. And then it had these like these sleeves that would come off to you. Sleeves would come down here. She was also a lot paler. We're gonna use the same skin tone. Nah, we'll leave it. I'm just memeing at this point. No, that's cool though. I like both of them, honestly. It is so cool to see the difference in like where you were and where you are. Crumb posts a lot of stuff. Mikey did, Fox did. Alright. Does anybody else... Okay, there's some in critique works. Let's see this. I actually think this is perfect, honestly. I think the only thing I would add... That's not what I want. I'm trying to find a good color for this. I guess I could do this color here. I could do like this. Something that shows like the eyes are... If you're not gonna have the eyes, then maybe like put a shadow over them. Maybe a little. Yeah, something like that. It's kind of like saying my eyes are closed to this idea. And then the legs are out, the feet are outside of it, so I wonder what they're trying to explain with this. But that's cool. I think the perspective's good, honestly. I think the perspective's really good because everything's like, it feels like it's sitting on it. I think that maybe the only thing is having that shadow, this, right, to show the base of the legs. would help. But yeah, that's cool. That looks good. And then let's see. This one's Crazy by Jax ZZZZZ. It's an interesting character. Very soft. Oh, that's his tail. He definitely needed the bottom of his legs. But the rest looks good. Maybe the eyes could be a little bit more standing out, right? Eyebrows should probably be like a little bit here. But the rest looks good. Except maybe the tail should start lower. Then it would wrap around the body like this, right? And then it would be like, I'd show the base of the tail in terms of like the shadowing for it, and then you'd be good right there. Unbad. Oh yeah. Oh, that's it. That's everyone. Can you show my new versions? Oh yeah, of course. How you doing, Gentle Demon? Right at the end of the stream, bud. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. What do we? You said your newer one. Wait, what do you mean? Can you show my new versions of which one? Which one are you talking about, Annie? I know you did this right here. I thought I showed this last stream, but maybe not. Ooh, that's a big piece. There we go. Ooh, summer fun. Everybody's having a good time. So romantic. Very nice, Annie. Very nice. That guy's got a hairy chest. Sheesh. What animal is he? She's a duck. She's a squirrel. I think that one's a rabbit in the back, and I think that one's also a duck. Oh yeah, they're both ducks. That's cute. Or chicken. Chilling Babs, actress Babs. Okay, yeah, I could do that. That'll be the last one that I show. So this is actress Babs, I guess? These two, oops. These are the two you did most recently. They're so spicy. All your artwork has to be so spicy. They look good. Oh yeah, because the lights, I see. Yeah. Very nice, very nice. They're in like the same location too. I guess they're just taking like pictures and stuff. Very interesting. Very nice. Yeah, I think it's really cool that you keep drawing this stuff and you keep like improving and whatnot, right? That's really awesome. That's like the biggest part is how often you draw and how much you like push your artwork and whatnot. It's really good. I didn't get to show this one last time. Oops, not that one. This one. This is by Grass User. This is the Miku that they drew when I was doing the Miku stuff. I think that's really good. Really cool. I like their style a lot too. The line work is like really nice, and there's like this nice use of like curves and straights in it, even though they're doing it like probably mostly accidentally. Their brain already like has a good understanding of like colors and how colors like work together, as well as like the use of, we'll say like line language almost, where it's like there's these like nice straights. Oops. It's like nice straights and then like a curve, a straight, a curve, straight. Even like here, you can see that it like kind of does this and like these. It just feels really good to look at. It's very aesthetically pleasing. Oh, I finished the my Mickey drawing. Oh, let me see. Oh yeah, that's right. Wait, what? Oh, all I want is emo bee? That's so funny. It's not a phase, Mom. Does anybody else have anything they want me to look at before I am done? Oh, here we go. This is by Chicken Fried Steak. This will be the last one. This is really good. I think he looks a bit almost like puffy in the like the way the mouth is. So it's almost like his mouth should be like what is he? He's like, ooh, like I'm cute, or is that what he's doing? Because his eyes are going like this. So it almost looks like he's making a face. But I think it's because this needs to be. There you go. It's more flat to go with straight. I think the hair looks fantastic. I probably wouldn't have such a straight line because the hair literally has like goes like this. So I would offset that a bit like this. Probably. There we go. And then you can have like maybe some in there, right? If you want, you can have like but I don't think it's necessary. Also, it's like too directly at the camera for the hair. It pulls attention. Goes like that, so maybe something like this. Maybe a little bit more like that, so then this would also come down like this. And then also his eyes. Again, I think that looks really good. I think it just needs to be darker, like right here, to show like his literal pupil looking up at you. Make this even darker because it's not going to show through as well. It's all like contrast, right? There we go. Now you can see that he's looking at you, and then you wouldn't be able to see the bottom of his nose. It would go more like this. Because of perspective, right? And then I think this would go down. Then this would actually be higher. think the rest looks really good. I like this black a lot right here. That looks really nice. I think maybe a little bit this. Because this hand is higher up, his shoulder would almost need to be like higher up too. That's what I'm feeling. Almost want to use black in between all these parts right here, just because it looks good. It's like almost striking, or it's like almost building like bars to a prison, right? Or maybe like the sharpness of like this idea or something. Maybe even like down here. Something like that. And then even though you could see the light coming through, I think it's still important to have the difference of like this color here. Because yeah, like yes, this would be lighter because the light's coming through, but having that shadow helps it read a little bit better. And like it's important to know, that's so funny, this color, if I stroke it over here, it's actually lighter. Even though it's darker here, it's just like their relativity, right? That's crazy. It's really fun. Yeah. So maybe like this color here. Like that. There we go. I want to use maybe like this color here. There we go. Maybe a little bit darker. Yeah, something like that. And then maybe even like some black right here. Or maybe like right here would help. Because that black helps everything like, it's like grabbing. It's like very striking. Outpost. Okay, I'll check it out soon. Can I? He almost looks like creepy now. I changed up the idea a bit, but you can see it's a bit like different. Yeah, that compared to this. This one, the one on the right looks more like baby face, like innocence maybe, like blushing like ooh me, whereas the one I added to it made it a little bit more striking in terms of like the hidden desire of like this boy, this man. And then it's like the hidden like emotions or hidden ferocity or like devious behavior, like something that's like I look so beautiful and pure and like I have golden hair and like uh ivory skin. I'm like perfection, right? But also inside me is like pure black ink of like evil, right? That's like kind of what I was trying to do in contrast to like what theirs was, which I think was like something like, oh, I'm so like pretty or like cute, you know, because it's like the eyebrows were up like this, and then the eyes were like this, and then his mouth was like ooh. But that's what I got from theirs, and then you know I changed theirs up a bit. So those are my thoughts. Oh, you said you just posted yours right now. This will be the last one then. Critique works. Oh, this is the finished one. I see. This is really cute. I like this a lot. What's interesting is I kind of like the previous one a bit more. Where is it? Art post bridge, I think. Because it's so minimalistic and the focal points are very like you automatically made the focal points what they were supposed to be, right? Um so these side by side. This one looks more like a poster right here. And then the colors were like very soft and good. And like the minimalism of the flat colors with like just the lines looks really clean, and like that's something that I need to take into consideration too, which is I think like a flaw in my artwork is there's like a clutter to it when adding all this detail without knowing where to put the detail, right? And that's like something to learn as an artist is like simplicity is key for it's like a what is it called, aesthetic, right? It's like this looks really nice if you look at just the hair, like oh those colors look really nice together. I really like the shadow color you chose and like the waviness of it, but as a whole this one looks better because you're looking at everything at once and not like any particular part, and the lines are like really clean and the lines are very like they pull a lot of attention. And then you have like the details of this one with like the clothes, and it's just like what am I supposed to focus on with the creases and the clothes? It's like I kind of see this one a lot and this one a lot right here, but that takes away from this, and it also takes away from all of this together. And that's again, I'm saying that as like someone who also has trouble with this, like how much to do, how far to take it. Whereas this, everything you did in this one was like perfect. It's like all really good. The background color is just a little bit of yellow to help accent this color and her skin tone, and then it helps these colors pop. The green is a reference to the green on her shirt. The red over here is a reference to the red on her, and it makes this like triangle right here. The green does the same thing like this. Her hair is like perfect because you have this large, medium, and small right here, which also make a triangle. It's like these little things that you did on accident, right? And it all like works in tandem. But then you have this over here where it's all like so very detailed. That's interesting because I thought it was very minimal and had little to no detail in the finished one. I'll take that into account in my next round. Right. And I'm saying this as someone who, like, again, I have trouble with that too. But as I like I've complimented this one a lot, like in looking at it. Even when I saw it, like I was at work or something, and I was like looking through Discord what you guys were drawing. I was like, oh, that's really good. It's really interesting. You made like all these decisions without even like knowing better. And I think that's the thing is like, as soon as you start thinking about it and overthinking it, I think you've already lost in a way, because you're like, maybe you added the detail because you think that's what people want to see. I'm saying this from like my own perspective, not necessarily how you think about it. Or maybe we add detail because it's like, oh, that's what a good artist would do, right? And it's like, well, what do you want to draw and what do you like, and then like where would you stop if you weren't thinking about like anything other than just like, oh, that looks good, okay, like move on. And like I think that's good. That's so nice of you. Yeah, my pleasure, bud. But also I think adding I see this a lot in like DeviantArt posts and stuff, and like, I drew this anime girl, and you do like a copy paste in the background, you like fade it out, and it kind of just makes too much information. Like it's essentially doing this, because not literally, but like if you look at all the lines that are going on, right? It's like it's so much going on when it's like, we need to see the character, we need a nice background color that accents everything, and then you have your words here that are like very like easy to read. Brazilian Miku. And I think that all works so well. Even like the black lines on this line, on this, and this, which is a parallel to the black lines on her, compared to how you use the red lines for some reason, which isn't a bad thing. I think that you're like trying something out, but this is so cohesive, and like this could literally be a poster, and you could post this like in public, and people would be like, oh yeah, that's a professional artist. Like, they wouldn't even second think it, and it's just because it works so well together. And then you have this one that it's like, oh, they're trying something, like, oh, they're a practicing artist, and it's like, why is it when adding more you seem like your skill is less, or we seem like our skill is less? And I think it's because it's like, you add detail that you don't, or we add detail that we don't know how to add, and so it's like removing the perfection of like the piece already, right? Because you're clearly really good at all this, but you're still practicing this. So it's like, if your skill was this, now you've like brought it back here. And so it's like, now your skill's here just because of that. And I don't know, these are just thoughts. These are thoughts of like more me talking to myself, and like even in this piece that I was doing, right? And it's like, as soon as I added this flower, it almost took away from the piece. Like, I don't like it as much anymore, which makes me feel like I should remove it, because I like all these colors. And it's like, oh, but there needs to be flowers, right? Because it's like a garden, and it's like the front yard of something. But it's like, I kind of just liked this, and like the simplicity of this. And I think that's what I should do. It's like, why do I feel like I need to add flowers? Because it's expected? It's like, who cares? This looks really nice. This looks clean. This looks like so cohesive and like, you know, interesting. So yeah. That was my idea. Exactly. See, I get it. Anyways, I think that's that's a good like place to end it for tonight with you know, these thoughts and whatnot. But I hope you guys had a good time. I did. I'm really happy with this piece so far. I didn't really know what to draw today. I just kind of was like on a whim, like, oh shoot, I got a stream. I'm already an hour late because I had to take care of some stuff. And what am I gonna do? I guess I'll just start painting. Oh, this looks like trash, and then I'm like, oh, this actually looks pretty good. I need to have more faith in my skill. Clearly, that's like a lesson I need to learn as an artist. But anyways, I really appreciate you guys being here. I love having you guys here. You always make it such a great time. I appreciate that, like, even though it's like the slow process of working on stuff, you're still hang out. And, you know, I feel like when doing art that it's just more fun to have you guys here. And I feel like I practice so many other things beyond just like doing art, like being confident about my skill, because if you guys are hanging out, then clearly I'm doing something right? So I really appreciate that. You know, it means a lot. I hope you guys have a good day. I hope you had a good Labor Day. I hope you had a good weekend. I hope you have a good rest of your week. Thank you, user. Thank you, Google Chrome. Thank you, Gentle Demon. Thank you, Annie. Thank you, Dorseer. Thank you, Deadlight. I love the Lily Bee piece. I'm going to save it to the group. Yuan Lee, thank you so much. Cheese, thank you. Ava, thank you so much. Who else do we have here? KK, thank you. Sticky, of course, thank you. Deadlight, thank you. Hellnu, thank you. Unbab, thank you as always. I really appreciate you, bud. Hannah Rose, thank you so much. Wolf at your door, thanks for hanging out. Who else do we have? Rad Red, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it and hanging out for a bit. And we had some people at the beginning too. And Glitchar, thank you so much. And anyone else to the chat cut off. Bye bye, have a good night. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. Have a great night. Stay safe, Wolf. Bye.